So I've been working on increasing my thresholds of accelerating and braking and my process within the turning motion. If I can trail in, carry more braking speed, accelerate on the throttle a little earlier, I can effectively get in and out of a turning movement better. Well, how do I know if I'm doing that better over time and over distance? So what I started doing was recording my miles per hour between measured points. Okay, we'll start with the shortest one. So this is pretty quick. Just turning around, dropping out, dropping back in. 14. 15. 14. 16. 15. Now I'm overshooting my mark a bit. So how efficiently am I dropping in? 16. 17. 17. 16. 15. 16. That was slow. I'm anywhere from 14 to 17. So where am I going to make up time? Well, if I'm slow through this part, it eats up real estate on the straightaway. So I got to try to get through the turn quicker, right? So what I'm trying to do, other than this, see how I burned out there? I don't want that. That's not fast. What I want is smooth acceleration from about right here and power, power, power. Power, power, power. That's what I want to accomplish. These are 4 turns. 17. 17. 17. 17. 17. 17 miles an hour is, I would say, when I'm doing this right, that's about what I got. So, now we're going to open this up. Now, this is our new pattern. And so look, if I just hit it really hard, I got a wheelie. 26 miles an hour. Burn out. That was 22. 27. So let's use the knowledge that we gained from the short one. Try to smooth this out and really drive smooth through here. Let's see what we get. 29. 27. 28. Ooh, I almost overshot that. 30, but that was a burnout, so I think that was 25. 27. 30, but again I'm burning out. 27. Ooh, lost the pump. 28. 29. Again, burnout. So it's getting greasy, but the bottom line is try to feed power earlier and smoother, and that seems to be giving me a higher speed. Understand though, when I'm coming in with a higher speed, I need to try to scrub most of my brakes, scrub that speed as straight up and down as I can, and if I'm not careful, then one of two things happens. I overshoot my turn point, or I start dropping in to make that turn point, and now I'm asking those tires to turn and slow, and I'm losing traction. So, because if you're going to do that, you can't keep that same brake pressure. You got to start easing it up as the lean angle increases. Otherwise, I just start sliding the front. All right. So it's like we're at about 35. $36, $36, $36, $36. So, one of the things I'm really having to be cognizant of, and I talked about it a minute ago, coming in, I'm going 36 miles an hour dropping into a full U-turn. If I drop in anywhere near that speed, I'm going to just lose the front and crash. So I have to scrub that speed off before I drop in and ask those tires to do multiple tasks. Yes, I'm coming in at a lean angle on brake, but I'm getting 90% of that hard braking straight up and down. I'm really getting up over the bike and loading that front end, hammering those brakes. Then I start dropping in and start coming off the front brake. And then I'm going to get traction. And then once I'm dropping in, now I'm starting to change my brain to go, okay, let's start feeding early throttle so that we can roll on and it's not so abrupt, so I can get traction throughout that entire process. And that's where I'm getting 36 miles an hour instead of 32 miles an hour. And as you can see, these areas where I'm burning out, I'm just coming through here and it's a little greasy and I just lose drive, which is, it is what it is. But boy, coming in hard on brakes, I would say if you're not comfortable doing that, go in a straight line, practice somewhere, and really start working on threshold braking. Just hammer, hammer, hammer. Just get comfortable living with that weight transfer because it's so much more aggressive. You know, it's like playing wrestle with a 5-year-old and then grabbing a 20-year-old and playing wrestle. It's a whole other game, you know. The intensity ramps up considerably. But we want our mind calm while we're doing those things. It's still a laboratory. Yes, we're pushing harder. The inputs are greater, but this is still a laboratory. And I want to get comfortable with those thresholds. When the bike moves, burns out, it's not weird. When I grab the front brake and I'm leaned over and it starts pushing, it's not great, but it's not gonna, I'm not going condition black and panicking. We're right back in it. So this is gonna be and continue to be a pretty fun way for me to sort of confirm my process, because if I'm just hammering the throttle and my speeds are pretty slow, that should tell me I need to calm down, I need to roll in a little bit better and roll out a little bit smoother. Once I do those things, I'm rewarded with a greater top speed into the next section. So definitely something to work on, something to think about. Take those measured points and wherever it is you're training, get a baseline for those miles per hour, and then from there you can start moving it up.